the first time we've seen them reporting on the same day in a number of years at least. So what stood out to you exactly?
Right, Annabelle, not sure whether that was deliberate, but, clearly I think, what stood out from the two results yesterday was that, two very different fortunes that we are seeing for the companies itself. They are in different businesses. Tencent's domestic gaming business seems to actually have come up from a, low, and we are seeing the sequential improvement in domestic sales. So that's good news. And clearly, there is the bright spot that we see from the advertising revenues and their ability to actually monetize some of the other businesses that they have, particularly video accounts and getting on board more e-commerce transaction. So that's all looking good for Tencent. Now, Alibaba, on the other hand, they are facing lots of competition on, their core businesses and really the e-commerce business, whether it's in China or whether it's globally. They are putting themselves up against PDD's Temu, Shein, and not forgetting, we still have TikTok and Amazon in the global arena as well.
Is it safe to say, Catherine, that the worst is over for Tencent in terms of the gaming revenue slowdown?
Well, Heidi, I do think that, from the numbers that we've actually seen, and again, the sequential improvements that we have actually seen coming through from the first quarter numbers itself, I would say that it looks like, the worst is indeed over for Tencent in terms of their core gaming business.
What about Alibaba? Because there has been that focus on these different business units, the potential spin-off plans as well. But what is the biggest risk, do you think, going forward?
So, we have put aside all of that restructuring, and they are now going heads on into all the different businesses by themselves. So they're going to be investing into revitalizing the top-line growth for their commerce businesses and the cloud businesses, and that's going to take a lot of expenditures and investments. We've actually seen that hitting the bottom line or the adjusted EBITDA of the companies, and I do think that you might actually see the profit decline widening over the next 3 quarters, or at least through the calendar 2024 year.